We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Alabama's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield. It's Bernard. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hacks to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying to pick it up on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole where you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Fights off a defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
With the catch, it's Callaway. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. On the ground, it's Turner. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Right back to the well. He has the first and still on his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Turning on the Jets. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Pulls it in. It's Horton. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Bunch formation for these receivers. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's going to run it. Quarterback got it himself. Lots of running room. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. They go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got enough space. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Power football with the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it. And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the play fake. With the catch, it's Turner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Using his legs, it's Barnes.
This was a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll set up to throw. Finds his man. It's Callaway. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all of the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Gordon. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, a great job on the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
That's reeled in. It's Callaway. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Turner. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On the ground, it's Turner. There he goes! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. They'll give it to him again. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Running back searching for a hole. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Using the quick game. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got it! Touchdown, Green Wave! And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll try the run. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Gordon. Turning it on. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their They'll keep it on the ground. Just plowing ahead. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. The give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. That's caught. It's Washington. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Bernard. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bama.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Marshall. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much